All right, let's talk about an emotion that every single one of us feels, but almost nobody likes to admit to, and that's envy. We're taught to see it as this ugly, destructive thing, right? But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Today, we're going to flip the script on envy and start seeing it not as a weakness, but as a secret roadmap for our own growth. Come on, be honest. You know that little pang, that tightness in your chest when you hear good news that just isn't yours? It is a totally universal human feeling, whether we like to talk about it or not. It's that quiet, sinking feeling that can pop up just about anywhere. Maybe it's your friend who just crushed an exam and you're staring at your own grade thinking, oof. Or hey, it could be something as simple as seeing someone with the newest phone, or those shoes you've been eyeing, or that perfect designer jacket. It's usually in these small, everyday moments that envy quietly shows up. And here's the thing, if we just let that feeling sit there and fester, it can grow into something way more destructive. It's been called a monster for a good reason. It really can silently chew away at our own happiness and do some serious damage to our relationships with people we actually care about. So yeah, the stakes are pretty high. Okay, but this is where we pivot. This is the turning point. Instead of treating envy like this enemy we have to fight off, what if we decided to see it as something else entirely? This is the big reframe we're diving into right now. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if it's not a monster at all? What if envy is more like a messenger, or maybe an alarm bell going off deep inside you? It's not there to hurt you, it's there to tell you something important. The entire game changes the moment you decide to listen to that message instead of just fighting the feeling. And when you lay it out like this, the two paths couldn't be clearer. The old view, well, it's all destructive. It leads to resentment, bitterness, and broken relationships. But the new view? It transforms that exact same energy. Suddenly, that feeling becomes fuel for your own growth. It's a mirror showing you what you really want, and it becomes this powerful signal telling you it's time to get moving. So let's just define this clearly. When we talk about envy as an alarm, all we're saying is that it's a signal from you to you. It's your inner self just flagging something and saying, hey, pay attention, this is important to us. It's just information. It's not really about the other person at all. It's a message about you. Okay, so the concept is cool, right? But how do we actually do this? In the real world, when that feeling hits, how do you make that switch? Well, let's get into the practical tools and see how to turn this idea into real, actual change. It really boils down to 4 clear, doable steps. You shift your focus, you find inspiration, you practice gratitude, and you cultivate empathy. Think of this as your new playbook for the next time envy shows up. So let's quickly unpack these. Shifting your focus means you stop asking that bitter question, why them, and you start asking a curious one. Okay, what can I learn here? Then you see their success not as something taken from you, but as proof that it's actually possible. From there, you ground yourself in gratitude for what you do have right now. And finally, you genuinely wish them well. A generous heart just doesn't have room for that old, destructive envy. Now, none of this really works without one absolutely critical ingredient. This is like the soil where all these new seeds of change can actually grow. And that ingredient is humility. But maybe not the kind of humility you're used to thinking about. And let's be super clear. This isn't about thinking less of yourself or putting yourself down. Not at all. It's a calm, confident awareness that everyone is on their own unique path, on their own timeline. Someone else's success doesn't use up the world's supply of success. It doesn't diminish your opportunities one bit. There's plenty to go around. This just says it all, doesn't it? When you really, truly let that sink in, that constant need to compare yourself to others just starts to fade away. If it's a journey, then the only person you're walking with day in and day out is yourself. Everyone else is just on their own amazing journey too. I mean, look at this contrast. It's night and day. With envy, your mind is focused on comparison. Your gut reaction is resentment, and your unspoken goal is to undermine them or yourself. But with humility, your focus shifts to your own improvement. Your reaction becomes admiration, and your goal is to learn. It's like installing a completely new operating system for your brain. So as we start to bring this all together, we realize something pretty profound. This whole process, it was never really about the other person. It's about using an external trigger to find your way back home, to your own goals, your own values, and your own unique path.
So here it is. Here's the core practice. The next time envy shows up, don't fight it. Don't push it away. And definitely don't shame yourself for feeling it. Just get quiet for a second. Invite it in like a curious guest. And just listen. Ask it what it came to tell you about what you truly want.
And once you hear that message, you can kickstart this incredible positive cycle. You hear what you want, you form a clear intention around it, you create a realistic plan to get there, and then, and this is the most important part, you take that first small action. And let this be the final thought we hold on to. That imaginary finish line, it's an illusion. The real prize is in how you walk your path. It's about your integrity, your effort, and the sincerity of your own journey, which has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else's. So I'll leave you with this to carry with you, because envy will visit again. That's just part of being human. But now you have a choice. You can see it as a monster, or you can welcome it as a messenger. So the next time it shows up, what are you going to ask it? What message is waiting for you?